welcome back to another episode of the Not So Super Fan. So I thought this would be a review well done while driving, since it's a Fast and the Furious movie. Before I start, when the Fast and Furious franchise, and I wouldn't say it wasn't I don't think it was a franchise yet. But when the Fast and Furious started off with Paul Walker and Vin Diesel, it was mostly about racing, and it was somewhat of a, I would say, updated version of Point Break. And if you watch Point Break, you'll see the similarities in those two movies. Then you moved into 2. It was still about racing, but little you could see it was kind of steering off Too Fast and Furious. Then you moved into 3, where I think was it Mexico they went to, yeah. And once again, you could see that it was transitioning off to less about racing, more about, you know, the action-packed style aspect of the movie. Then you had Tokyo Drift. Then you had 4, 5. Was it Brazil? Yeah, I think it was Brazil. Fast, which they introduced The Rock. Then 6, 7, then 8. It was a movie totally veer off from what the Fast and Furious, I would say, the first one was about, which was racing and family, and it was still about family, but this one more so focused into the whole action genre, superhero aspect of it. Not that it really was superhero, but it was mostly action packed type of movie, popcorn fun. And then we jump into Hobbs and Shaw, which is a whole nother, I would say, genre on its own. As far as the Fast and the Furious, it does not focus on racing. The movie is mostly a buddy cop action-packed type of movie. You know, I would say this movie is a mix of Mission Impossible, Tango and Cash together. That's what I would say it's a mix of. But in this movie, where it lacks in as far as the narrative, certain plot points, and certain type of transitioning to the next act, this movie, it does have its problem. But where it lacks in that part, it makes up with the banter between Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham, and of course the action in this movie, which is marvelous. You know, that's one thing they kind of they delivered when it came to action with The Rock and Jason Statham. One thing I felt like this movie should have been shorter. It felt a little long, but I still enjoyed it. And this movie understands what it is at the end of the day, that it's not one of those, if you're looking for a type of Oscar-worthy type of movie, it's not it. It's an action, fun, popcorn-style movie that you sit down and enjoy and laugh at the same time, because it has its comedic part, especially when it comes to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham going back and forth with each other. Do I think this movie will eventually merge as far as with the other Fast and Furious franchise? Probably. If ever The Rock and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson settle their beef, of course, with Tyrese, but eventually they will, and they're probably going to end up in space somehow. But this movie, once again, I did enjoy it. It is not a racing movie. It does fall under the banner of Fast and Furious, but it's also an action spy buddy cop style movie. Idris Elba himself, you know, he did a great part in this movie. I feel like they should have given him more scene in this movie, even though I don't think he had enough scene in this movie, but he did a great part playing that villain. But at the end of the day, once again, I keep repeating myself, it is still an enjoyable movie. I'm gonna give Fast and the Furious Hobbs and Shaw a B-. Definitely check it out, guys. It comes out tomorrow, and some other places probably Friday, but definitely check it out when it comes out. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. If you haven't seen it yet, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Are you excited to see this movie? Are you a fan of The Rock? Are you a fan of Jason Statham? How do you feel about Jason Statham still as far as his character, Shaw, still being allowed to live after he killed Han. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also leave a like, and of course, oh yeah, do stay for the end credit. Do stay for the end credit. Don't forget to stay for the end credit, because there's a surprise there. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, and I will be getting back at you with more reviews and reactions.